guys. Tuesday, and we are all gathered here to pay our respects to Hop Mania from Hebrew Brewing Company, the chosen beer. This is their dry hopped IPA. It is 6.8% and 85 IBUs, and the bottle top looks something a lot like that. Yeah, and it never focuses. Perfect. Okay. But before that, got a package in the mail today for the giveaway gun. Of the items sent, the only item that I could really do anything with at this moment in time was the Magpul Enhanced Trigger Guard. Otherwise, he also sent a ambi sling point and a quick release swivel. The MOE Grip Plus, which might end up putting that on there. You know, a few things that actually works better with. Let's see. Four containers of H2 targets. Four Gen 2 30-round P-Mags. And, wait for it, a bump fire stock. Which, again, I'll have to see. There's so many directions that this thing is going in, how it could be configured. I'm not sure if this will work with the A2 style buffer on it. I'm pretty sure it needs to have the mil-spec style one, which again, I don't know. It might, depending on who actually ends up winning the rifle, it might come down to a phone call with that person and just seeing if they have a particular idea of how they would like it configured, and then I could do that before I put it in the mail. So, and I'd love to tell you who sent all this, but the one thing I've repeatedly asked is if you send something, let me know who you are, so if nothing else I can give you at least credit by name. Some guys just don't care, and they don't want a shout out for their channel. They may be just watchers and don't really contribute to anything other than times like this, but I received no information, and it came from a P.O. box. Oh, and they also they sent a bottle of Jack Daniels, and as the curator of this giveaway, this is a gun giveaway, not an alcohol giveaway, so I am going to have to seize this and destroy it. Okay. Hebrew. The chosen beer. Okay, this one is from a good friend Johnnie, and he liked this. This is number 6 of a 6-pack, and I didn't see the other 5, so, and I know Johnnie has some pretty decent taste in brews. He just thinks he's funny by sending some things, but they're all worth a try, right? Okay, it's got a nice nice color to it. Had good head. It's got a nice sweet citrus smell. I think on the almost like pineapple sweetness to it. I'm just taking a moment to reflect. Done. Cheers. Oh yeah, the pineapple, part of the sweetness. A little bit drier, and maybe a little bit more edgy on the bitterness than some. 85 IBUs though. Of course, and again, I don't know what some of my favorites have been, because a lot of these craft companies just evidently don't think stats is important for their end consumers. I'd have to say that if this is going to be one where you're going to see it at the store and go, I think I'll give that a try. I have to warn you, I don't really think, of course, right now Chuck is pointing out that thinking is the start of the problem. I don't really think you'd want to classify this as a starter IPA. It's much more dry and bitter than some. I was going to say that citrus hit is on the pine side of the pine or grapefruit, but I think it's probably more on the grapefruit side. After that, the kind of a dry, bitter sweetness burns off. Then you get that kind of a citrus hit, and as that goes away, it just kind of leaves you with a bready, earthy kind of in the direction of a grass kind of a taste. I've had several other things from Hebrew, and I can say that for the most part they were kind of hit and miss. Jerry, when he hooked me up with that Brew of the Month Club, I had several things and did reviews on. This was not one of them, and they had some that were okay, and they had some that were not so okay. Of the things I've had from Hebrew, I'd have to say that this is by far the best. I don't recall having any of the other ones and saying to myself, if I ever see that, I'm going to get it again. This one, would I get it again? I guess it would come down to the price. Obviously, if this is, within a change throw of anything else I really like Lagunitas or something like that, no, I probably wouldn't do it again. If I have a 6-pack, though, I can see why Johnnie would have no problems putting down 5 of them. But, again, you're going to be an IPA fan, and you're going to not mind or like that dry edginess. Definitely full of on the flavors. This is would not be mixed up for a light IPA by any sense. Alcohol, not really noticing that 6.8. Kind of in the middle right now after having a few, or most of the bottle, more of a floral kind of center to it, which in a way that kind of lends towards that bitterness. Definitely hoppy. Yeah, it's kind of a unique kind of a hoppy. It's not really on the pine side, and it's not really on the grapefruit side. It's kind of pulling its own, kind of almost a intense kind of like fresh hop the dry hop. They definitely have loaded a lot of hoppiness into it. Yeah, this is, if you're really really craving some really edgy IPA, this one is not bad at all. And on the E scale, I'm gonna give this an 8.5. Tomorrow, let's look at the Ringer, an American Pale Ale. Ordinary guys brewing extraordinary beer. This was sent to me by Chris. Sent the Sparks for the giveaway. This one's 5% by volume, 35 IBUs. And where are we? Fulton Brewing Company, Minneapolis, Minnesota. So this would be a home state beer. And I don't think I've ever heard of Fulton. So let's look at this tomorrow. He sent 2 of them. So if it's good, I've got another one. And if it's not good, I've got another one. So big thank you to Johnnie for the beer. And whoever on all of the goodies. If I was to put together a short list, if anybody is out there, because I know Chuck is constantly saying, what more could I do for Eric and the gun community? I mean, I know he already does so very much, but any of you guys, if anyone is sitting on or not on a build like this, I am not putting this back in there. And because we're going ambi on it, on the selector, the bolt release, I'm trying to go as ambi as I can on the features on it. I want it to be in the ambi charging handle, and personally that gets me down to 2 that I really like. I think maybe the shorter paddle Bravo Company, the BCM ambi charging handle, or my personal favorite is the Raptor, but the Raptor starts to get a little pricey. So I'm almost thinking that the BCM would be a better one. If anybody is looking for an idea, that's one thing that absolutely is missing right now. Nobody has said anything about a charging handle. Then again, nobody said anything about a bump fire stock. So, okay, well, I will see you guys tomorrow. I didn't catch up on anything at all going on political today. I pretty much had one of those days where I had a list of at least 4 things I kind of wanted to try to get done around here, and that just didn't happen. So yeah, I'm probably should get to destroying that bottle of Jack, and we'll see you tomorrow and look at the Ringer. So, okay guys, cheers, we'll see you tomorrow.